How's it going, people? It is Liam Caddison here. We're reacting to another Arcane episode as we get into episode number 6 with 3 episodes left to go after this episode concludes. So, yeah, it's going to be sad as we approach the final bunch of episodes, especially with the fact that I've gotten so in love with this show. I know I say it with every intro, but this show is just so impressive and I love it to bits and pieces, and I'm excited to see what this episode brings. We have Vi and Kate teaming up, of course, with Vi trying to find her sister, who is, of course, now going by the name of Jigs, who has seemingly maybe been reborn in Silco's sense to try and cleanse the past, focus on the now. And yeah, there's corruption, of course. Jace stuck between a rock and a hard place, especially since Victor is, well, he's seen better days. And, yeah, his days might be numbered, but I do have theories, especially with how the Hex tech was able to integrate, was able to react with his blood. So, you know, there might be hope on the horizon, potentially, who knows? But I'm excited to see what this episode provides us with. So with that said, let's get into episode number 6 of Arcane. Let's go. Oh no, that's cute! I'm getting Toothless vibes.
She's died.
Aww.
I'm attempting to prevent that. The mutation must survive.
I have seen many students. It's a sad truth that those who shine brightest often burn fastest.
Victor needs to be cured. This is getting really, really sad.
I think it has something to do with gases in the fissures where he grew up. Exactly the sort of thing we wanted to fix with Hex Tech.
Yes.
Improving lives, solving real issues, not just trade disputes. Victor said
He doesn't want anyone else to be in his position.
Me, and there's nothing I can do.
It's like a saying.
You're doing great, Chuck. Here, for your troubles.
It's Vera. It's Vera. Oh!
Lost her. Lost who?
Uh-oh! She wants the deeds.
Feel like you and I got off on the wrong arm. Maybe we should try the other.
Oh! Oh! Yo! That's ruthless!
It's your sister. She's back. She's looking for you. It's not what you think.
Uh-oh.
She was some girl enforcer. Guess she replaced Ginge, that you're about as good for her cause as you were for your family. Jinx.
Yo, you didn't even need to do her in like that.
10 out of 10, Toots. I think I know just how to deliver that message.
You remember our old friend Vi, don't you? Vander's daughter? She was about your age. Her father went on a long trip, and Daddy here assured me that she left with him.
There's that creepy essence from Silco. No.
Isn't that sad? Could you imagine being separated from your father?
She's in.
My people are tracking Vi and this Caitlin. They cannot be allowed to resurface. Do we understand each other?
The fact that Silco has such a I don't know, sugar-coated atmosphere of her, but a threatening message, it's just chilling.
Be the key to augmenting physiology, extending life, curing you.
Oh, a few kinks need to be worked out.
It's happened to everyone. I can't determine why. They're rejecting the transmutation.
Maybe it needs more blood.
We aren't monsters, you know. We're people, just like you.
You don't know anything about me. I shouldn't have left you.
It's all right. Despite it all, I can tell. You have a good heart.
You've got a good heart.
Oh shit!
You must destroy it.
Ah, of course.
Please. If ever you've put faith in my guidance, hear me now. I've seen nations destroyed by a single seed, and it looked exactly like this.
Professor,
History
this could
doesn't
save
always
Victor's
repeat
life.
itself. Shit. I'd take it.
Anyway, I don't want her to see me like this. Just tell her.
So much
Tell her I'm
regret.
sorry about everything. Okay?
Kate, stop! My heart.
We must hold each other accountable.
And who holds you accountable?
What?
Oh shit.
Shimmer is rampant in the Undercity. Attacks at the Hex Gates and in the Academy Square.
Oh
Enforcers
shit!
Here to set foot in the lanes. All under your watch, and your years of service can never be repaid. I believe it's time we gave the beloved founder of our city a well-deserved retirement.
Jace, don't do this.
Ho! 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 Ho!
With my deepest respect and appreciation, Professor.
Of course she's. Oh my god! Yo, he didn't just put a vote of no confidence on him. Fuck! Shit!
Easy, easy, easy.
Oh my god!
What was the name Svika gave you? Jinx.
I've freed her. Candidly, I thought you were the prize of your second-hand family. But Jinx,
Wow.
she is more than I ever imagined.
I'm gonna find her and erase whatever fucked up delusions you put in her head. But first, I'm gonna bring your bullshit empire down all around you.
Holy shit, fine!
You don't know your limits, girl. It's what got Vander killed, and what drove your sister
Don't.
away. And it's why I'm here right now.
Shit, is I gonna see that? Oh my god, that is a shot! This has so much power. She knows.
I understand now.
No, Victor. No, Victor. No, 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 no. Ha ha ha. Oh. Oh. Holy shit.
Why?
Holy shit.
How about her?
Oh.
I never thought I'd see you again.
Are you real?
Oh.
Of course. It's me.
Oh, that's so
Your sister.
heartbreaking.
I'm here. I'm right here.
Things changed when you left. I changed. Your sister is Jinx.
Caitlin, just listen. We can work this out.
This is a trick. You're playing me.
No, 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 no.
You didn't
It's okay.
Stop calling me that. It's Jinx now. Powder fell down a well.
You're not a jinx. God, I never. Only you! You can fire that thing if you want, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to abandon you again.
Oh my god, I'm breaking my heart.
Shut up! I need to think.
Oh.
Do you hear that?
Oh shit. No! No! No powder. Innocence is gone. Fuck! Fuck!
I?
Ah! Oh my shit, what is this episode? So close and so far and so much pain and... Oh. And, you know, it was really, really heartbreaking, that reunion, because not just was Jig saying, "Are you real?" That really hurt me. With the fact that she's been battling this trauma for so much time that she doesn't know if this is real or if this is just her mind tormenting her. But also, just with Vi seeing the fact that, yeah, Powder did fall down a well, in her words. That isn't Powder anymore, that's Jinx. There's no innocence there. I love this show, but Jesus, does it hurt. Of course, it was never going to be a reunion that was going to go without its consequence. There had to be something, especially with how different, well, I'd say how different both Vi and Jinx are, because, of course, I think I said in the last episode about how more hardened Vi is, especially emotionally, with the fact that she's all alone. And obviously we know the changes that Jinx has gone through, and I think that was pretty much visible to Vi, wasn't it? When she saw Jinx deal with the firelight, so... yeah... And now they have, well, they don't just have Vi, but they also have the Hextech crystal that previously was held onto Jinx. So I'm really curious to see what is going to be happening in terms of the future with Jinx. Obviously, she's not in, well, she was not in the good books with Silco. Silco was not in her good books, should I say, but still. Her finding out the truth was very, very painful because of the fact that she was led to believe that, Vi wasn't around. And, yeah. I just really love that moment where she was just in the chair, like, she just turns around like a James Bond villain, and she's like, "Oh, you were saying what, Savika?" So... but I really... like, I feel like Silco's baptism of her, I think you can really see the changes, especially in terms of her attitude, especially with how I guess more unhinged she was in terms of how she was dealing with Savika, just how she was reveling in dealing with the firelight. It was very, very daunting, I gotta admit. So yeah, and obviously things escalated with Caitlin arriving. Obviously we had a bit of a confrontation there in episode 4, and yeah, that was an ugly reception. So, but yeah, I'm just really curious to see what's going to happen. I feel like, well, obviously we're coming to the final 3 episodes, but things are definitely ramping up with the fact that not just Vi has been taken and everything's just falling down, but also you have Heimendinger, who got a vote of no confidence. Jace was really ruthless there, but he had enough of his shit. And yeah, I was actually surprised with how the council decided to vote Heimendinger off the council. So that was a pretty big, and but yeah, he wasn't really too pleased about the hex tech, and obviously, like I said, the final nail in the coffin, because there was, of course, that corruption thing that was going on, which I guess was briefly brought up in this episode, but obviously, Jace was stuck in a rock and a hard place, especially with that morality versus adhering to corruption, and the fact that Victor's life was getting cut short, and Heimerdinger was not too pleased with the fact that there was this existence of the Hex Core. Yeah. So, especially since we saw a little bit of a, well, I guess, I don't know if that was a flashback or whatever, but that was playing, that brief vision that was playing on Heimerdinger's concern, and yeah, Jace wasn't having any of it, so he was determined to find a way to help out his friend, and yeah, so, because he even says that Victor's like a brother to him, so he's not going to let the council, who he's already in two minds about anyways, given the last episode, he's not going to let the council have him die, but Victor. See, here's the thing, though. In terms of the Hex Core, because even Heimerdinger did spoke about how different Victor seemed to be, but also just with the way that it was, how the Hex Core was described, I did have a bit of a feeling in regards to, well, a bit of a theory in regards to Victor, because in episode 2, I was so convinced that there was some nefarious intent with Victor. I didn't trust him whatsoever, and his story as we got through this, as we got through Arcane, became more and more tragic, as it did in this episode. And now he's resorted to going back to that scientist who I think was working for Silco as well, especially with the fact that the lizardy creature that reminds me of Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon, yeah, that's hooked up to the Shimmer. So, but yeah, he's had to sell his soul to the devil, seemingly, in order, because he says, I understand now, with the fact that it's desperate times, desperate measures. But my theory was that his mind was getting more and more corrupted, if that makes sense, because of the Hex Core, because as revolutionary as the Hex tech has been, there has to be some kind of, like, especially with if you're trying to up the ante in terms of the capabilities of the Hex tech, there's got to be a point where things are just not going to go as smoothly as you expect them to be, hence the hence my feelings that, oh, the mind could be corrupted, etc. But yeah, it seems like he's had to resort to going back to that guy, to that scientist who was mutating the lizard. So, oh, Victor. But we'll just have to wait and see what does happen. So yeah, but I really, really thought this was a great episode. It was really good to have more interactions with Kate, and there was a moment where they were right up in each other's faces in a good moment, and I was like, so yeah, because as you know from the last episode, I shipped them two so much, and I'm not letting that die, so mwah. but no, I really loved the connection, and of course, there's still that tense atmosphere because, understandably, Vi is still, she is still hurt with the fact that not only, at that point was she all alone, etc., but she lost her parents to enforcers, so. There is a catalyst to why she's going to be a bit cautious in regards to Kate. So, but Vi and Kate, yeah. So, it's just a shame that moment was Kate's arrival was just a bit of a dent in terms of the whole Vi Jinx reunion. So yeah, but like I said, that moment was really powerful, and I did get a bit emotional. Because it's been, I don't know how long exactly, but I'm sure someone's going to clear that up in episode 4's reaction. So, yeah. But, yeah, it's been so long. And Jinx thought she'd never see her sister again. Not just that, though, but like I said, the fact that she said, "Are you real?" is just very heartbreaking, given the fact that we know what Jinx has been going through. So I really thought that the emotions played for that final confrontation was really beautiful in a sense, because it is very sad with a couple of areas in that bit, but also it is really good that they weren't at each other's throats immediately. So yeah, but it was really good. And of course there was that moment with the person who was addicted to the shimmer as well, helping Caitlin before selling out to Silco, of course, for more of the shimmer. Yeah, I had a feeling. See, we got to that moment when Kate sold her gun. I was like, I was thinking in my head, is that really a good idea? I mean, yeah, it is something that is going to help Vi get back to her feet, but I guess now we see the consequences, because I think that could have came in handy when the firelights came, and yeah, so. Yeah. Oh, I've also got to say, how creepy was that when Silco arrived at Marcus's house and essentially threatened not just Marcus but his daughter as well, and just the passiveness that came from him, and like you could get that sense of that sickening sense of how calm he was, and how obviously naive the daughter was in a sense, to Silco's threats, but also how threatening and calm it was. It's just so sinister. So I really thought that moment was quite something, because it was creepy. It was because you obviously got an idea that he was threatening Marcus with his daughter, etc., and him as well. But just the way it came off with just that delicacy, that enough delicacy to not, I guess, traumatize the bloody kid. As if he was like, hey, it's Uncle Silco, for example. It was just very sinister, and yeah, I am really worried about. I think Marcus might die. I am really worried that his involvement with Silco is going to cost him his life. But like I said, I really thought that moment was yeah. So yeah, that moment, I nearly forgot to talk about that moment, but that moment I really loved. So yeah, but what a great episode. Definitely sets things up for the final bunch of episodes, and some big things came about with this episode, and yeah, I'm excited to see where things go from here. But boy, emotions were there. And there was a lot of intensity. We got some great backstory with Victor as well, before him coming to that sad realization that he has to probably sell his soul to the devil, essentially. So yeah, but neat episode in my opinion. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!